Alright, y'all, so like I said in the previous video, I was going to go ahead and get done with that one, clean it all up, and then we were going to go ahead and make the chocolates. And so here we are. These two trays right here are milk duds. These boxes right here are 5-ounce boxes, and the one box filled up a tray and left like 5 or 6 leftovers. So milk duds. Then here we have junior mints. This is a 3.5-ounce box, and this one did, I was 3 short, and this is 40 slots, so it had like 37 in them, so almost a full tray. And we're using the partitions just in case when they blow up that they don't stick to each other, so hopefully this will keep them separated. We'll see how that works. And then these two trays right here are the caramel M&Ms. And then we had some of the milk duds. We went ahead and added them in here. So that's what we have. The freeze dryer is cooling the vacuum chamber at this time. It still has a few more minutes left. And after that, we're going to go ahead and put it in there. We'll see you back in a little bit. Just in case some of you might be interested, these dividers, I'll go ahead, the dividers and the tray stackers. I did a video on them and unboxing when I first got them. But these can be, this is 1 inch square, and they can be different sizes. You just take out different pieces. But I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description box for both of these. I'm not affiliated with them, but just in case you're interested. Alright, y'all, so I changed my mind. Instead of having the milk duds here that were extra, I decided to go ahead and put Skittles, since this is going to be a different temperature and without any heat, any warm-up time, and I just want to see how they do. So I went ahead and put them there, and then I went ahead and put them here as well. Alright guys, we are going to go ahead and be setting the freeze dryer for chocolate. So the first thing that we do is hit the customize button. We're going to do the dry temperature of 135 degrees. And you see it switch to candy high temperature mode. And then we are, the extra dry time, I'm just leaving it at 12, but I'm not running this for 12 hours. I'm only running it for a few hours, and we're going to go ahead and hit save. And start, and that way the freeze dryer will start cooling down. Alright y'all, so you see it took us about 18 minutes, but the trays are loaded into the freeze dryer. We're going to go ahead and hit the toggle right here. Make sure that that is green. It says on, and that is the candy mode. It says load trays into the freeze dryer, close drain valve. We close the drain valve, and then we're just going to hit continue. Warm trays, this is chocolate. We want to skip this part. And it starts drying the candy. Like I said, it's set on 12, but I'm only going to let this run for about 3 to 4 hours. I'm going to check it at 3, see if it's done. If it's not, then I'm going to run it till 4. See you back in a little bit. Alright y'all, so it's been 3 hours, and these are the milk duds. You see how nice. I'm going to go ahead and try. Oh, just gotta let it cool for a little bit. I don't know, because the chocolate is still warm, so they should cool for a few minutes. But I want to go ahead and try them, because if they're not done, I'm going to go ahead and put in for another hour, so I'm not really trying to cool them right now. It looks really good. That that is yummy. And let's see, sorry about that, the junior mints, of course, Like I already said, they're supposed to cool because you see the chocolate. But I don't have time to let it cool. Although I'm touching it and it's not too bad for it being 135 degrees in there. Okay, those are not done. They are, they're just not done. And then the M&Ms. And that's what those look like. I'm not sure if they're supposed to pop out anymore. I'm going to go with no, just because they really have not grown in size. Look at that. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's definitely done. I don't know if the mints are gonna, the junior mints are gonna do anything else. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in for another hour just to see, but they don't really look like they've done much since a couple hours ago. I'm gonna, y'all, it's late. I should be in bed and I was waiting for this, and here I am eating chocolate. I'm gonna go ahead and take another one just to make sure. Look at that one, that was nice and big. Make sure that they are done, even though I'm going to leave it for another hour just for documentation purposes. Yeah, they're done. All they need is 3 hours. But I'll go ahead and taste it again at 4 just to see if there's any difference. So we'll see you back in an hour. Alright, y'all. So we are at the 4-hour mark. And these really didn't expand anymore. But look at them. These are the milk duds. They're just absolutely beautiful. And so I did taste one at the 3-hour mark. I'm going to taste. They are delicious. That extra hour didn't change anything. It tastes the same now as it did then. And the chocolate is still a little soft. But once they cool down for a few minutes, they'll be good to go. These right here, I don't think are done. I'm going to come back to these just to give them a little minute to cool down. But I do believe I'm going to put them back in the freeze dryer. And I am going to, once I get done here, I'm going to put these in jars, and I'm going to fill these trays back up with some more. I have 2 more boxes of milk duds, so I'll do 2 more trays, and then I am going to do the other 2 trays of the caramel M&Ms. So I'm going to go ahead and taste one of these to see if it did anything. And it didn't, so those could have been done at 3 hours as well. And odd, I mean, you see all of these, right? I mean, these are the 2 I've eaten. But look at this, look at that green one. It didn't do anything. It's so odd. Yeah, let's come up around here. Look at this orange one. It didn't do anything. That orange one. didn't do anything. And that orange one didn't do anything. This orange one didn't do anything. And I was beginning to think, oh, it's the orange ones, but that orange one is fine. That one didn't do so good, but it's okay. That one didn't do so good. Or that one. Huh. I wonder what's different with the orange ones. I don't know. But the rest of them look good. I think I may just run those again and see if it does anything. We'll see. Then the Skittles. So there you have it. I tasted that. Guys, it's after midnight. I really should not be eating sugar. Okay, I have to taste one of these. They just look so messy. The chocolate is hard though. They're still gummy. So I think these probably need a few more hours. So I'm gonna put the next batch in. I'm gonna go ahead and set it for. I know these will be done in 3 hours, but I'm gonna set it for 4 hours so that I can get a little bit of sleep. Alright, y'all. So I let these cool down for a little bit, and I've got milk duds and some jars, more in a baggie. There is the M&M caramels. And then I did more milk duds here. Since this tray was going to go back in, I went to empty slots where I tasted. I went ahead and put some more of the M&Ms in there. I'm just going to leave the Skittles to see if they change. And then more milk duds in this tray just because I wanted to finish off those boxes. So that's the last of the milk duds. And then I finished filling that with M&Ms. And then this tray over here, we still have the Skittles, the M&Ms that didn't do anything the last time, just to see if they'll do something. And then right here, I just put 2 of those Laffy Taffies to see if they will work at this temperature. I think the temperature might be too low for them, but we're going to go ahead and see. And I guess I could put more. Yeah, I'm not going to waste those 2 slots, so I'm going to put some more. Oh, guys, I'm tired. Of the M&Ms in there. And more M&Ms. And it's about to go. I'm going to put some more M&Ms in those 2 slots, and then I'm going to put it back in the freeze dryer. Alright, y'all, so you saw me put these in. It has been 7 hours because I went to sleep. But look at the milk duds. They're just beautiful perfection. You don't see the junior mint trays. I went ahead and put them in the fridge just so they could cool off really quick, but they look like they puffed up, so I think they're probably done. And I didn't come back to tell you, but a little bit ago when I taste tested them and they were still soft, after I put everything away and I tasted them again, in which they had a few minutes to cool off, they were much better. They still weren't completely done, but they were so much better. They were nice and crunchy with a little bit of gooiness. I imagine now they're done. We'll see. There's the M&Ms. Guys, you saw me put this away, and look, I missed a spot. You could have told me. I missed a spot. Now here we go to the M&Ms. This is the ones that I put in there, so you see only 2 puffed up. There's 3 still that didn't. And then we have some, look at this, green and orange that didn't. I think that's it. Everything else turned out fine. The Skittles don't really look like they did anything much, but I'm going to go ahead and taste them. It's really early. I had this before I went to sleep, and I'm going to taste test it again so early in the morning. Not sure that I feel great about this. So I'm going to try the Skittles. So they are done. This right here, I also put this in after I cut the camera. These are the Laffy Taffies, and I wasn't sure how they were going to work with no warm up and just at the low temperature, and they look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and taste. Oh, look at that. They just, that looks so pretty. Mmm. That's so much better. The last Laffy Taffies, I cut these in half, and these had all that warm up time, so you see like the texture is, you know, like that, where I guess that kind of has it too. But no, these turn out fine. They don't need the warm up time. Now, granted, these have gone for 7 hours, so I don't know, but I know that if I'm going to run it for 7 hours, I can go ahead and put these at 135 with no warm up time. These had 15 minutes warm up time at 150. Those are pretty good. You want to taste one of those and just make sure that yeah. I mean, I know they're done, but to see if the extra time gave it any, the extra time didn't change anything, right? It's still perfection. Yeah. So these, even though they were done at 3 hours, um, you know, going for 7 hours, still just as good. Have to test one of these, the M&Ms. Good. All right. So okay, let me get the mints, and we'll be right back. All right. So I went ahead and took the junior mints out of the fridge, and look at them. And I'll come right back to the mints. I did want to tell you these, the dividers. I mean, you see how they worked perfectly. Like it's like one milk dud in there kind of fills up the whole thing, and then they don't touch each other. And even though like this one, you know, where it's touched in the side, like you think it's stuck, it really, it's just like that. So it's really cool. On these right here, I was trying to maximize my space, so I put 6 in there, and that was probably a little too much. So I think next time I'll just put maybe 4. I don't know why I say next time. If I have an area that size, probably just do 4. But even though they're all touching each other, they're just fine. They're not, oh look, there's a red one that didn't do. Will you taste that and see if there's any change in it whatsoever?
No, that tastes like it just came out of a bag.
So even though it's been in here, these were in here for 7 hours. Those were in there for 11 hours. Taste one of those and see. So they're not going to pop. They
Just like out of the bag.
just fresh. So yeah, if they're not going to pop, they're going to taste the same. Okay, back to the junior mints. I don't know. They didn't stay quite like, I put it in the fridge. I guess it's still not completely cold. Hasn't been long enough. Let's see. But they're done. So that chocolate will cool off a little bit longer. and then they should be okay. And they just kind of open up, puff up. Here, taste that. I can't put those away till the chocolate is all cold. That's good, isn't it? Those are good. But this wound up taking it. I figure it's been in there for 11 hours, but that's because I didn't come down at the 4-hour mark. I waited 7 hours because I was asleep. So I'd be interesting to stay. Oh, because I think the junior mints are probably good because when I put them back in, that was the 4-hour mark. I think they probably would have been done at the 6-hour mark. And whenever I run another candy batch again, I will have another box or a couple of boxes just so I can test them out. But I believe 6 hours is probably it. I guess that's it, guys. Thank you for spending your time with us. We hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day. Till next time. Alright, y'all, so this is another batch. I just took out this batch. It's a candy making marathon here. This was still the same temperature, and this is 4 hours, and these were the caramel M&Ms. That's the last of the bag, and I went ahead and added the watermelon. I don't remember what they are, but those watermelons right there. The Jolly Ranchers, I don't think turned out, but normally they need a higher temperature. And then these gummies. Alright, and these guys right here have been in the refrigerator for, golly, at least 4 hours, because when we put those back in, we put these in the fridge. And so let's see. I mean, they're a little stuck just because the chocolate has hardened. But that's what, and still a little bit of chocolate on the finger. You taste one. I like it. It's good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. Alright, we're going to have to put these away because you see all the little squares that are missing? That's us taste testing. That is a problem with making these, is that they're so good. You can just continue to eat them.